Hello everyone and welcome to the channel. So I have completed the painting process of the Halphas custom. Uh, this is just an example of what you could do to paint it. Like, of course, if you print it, it's yours. You do whatever you want with it. However, this is just an example of what you could do, and it's not my best painting job. Like, I could have done way better, and I think it did okay. It's not the best I've done. Just watch out for some of the pegs, because you can see there's a gap there. Just because I normally paint the inner frame, all of it, and of course when you add paint you increase the thickness of the part, and I didn't account for that. So now there's this gap here, and I didn't want to remove the paint from the inner frame leg on the knee right there. So just watch out on that, since this was made to fit the bare frame alone. So just watch out on that. And then as well, this section here on the back of the crotch, this one right there, I can get a better view. This one right here, that one. When I first printed it, it was loose and it didn't want to fit right. But then when I glue it, when I painted it, since I paint the frame as well, it fit right. So when you print it, it may not sit there right. So what I was gonna do first was to sand down the peg that's in the back there, because I think that's what was making it not fit. So like, you may need to do that as well. If you're not gonna paint it, you may need to sand some parts of the inner frame down a bit. And then as well, you may need to glue some parts, because for example here, this is coming apart. It's just not because everything's painted, but that's just because if you ever see a Gundam frame, when you add the hand, it kind of opens the two parts of the frame up a bit, and I didn't know that. So this is why this is barely holding on there, because the hand is opening the frame and it's pushing the parts away from each other. So you may need to account for that, but like, it holds it in there. It's just fine. What you could do is you can sand down these, or you can glue these, so you have options. Now when it comes to the weapons, I think I did a decent job painting these. Again, just an example. You can do whatever you want with it. Here's the rifle. Now I did glue a lot of it. I glued this two together, and I glued these two. One, two, three, for these four together. And then other parts that I glue was I glue these parts together. I believe I glued this one to the frame. I didn't glue these. I don't think I glued these two together. You should also probably glue this piece to the back of the one on the back of the, what do you call it, to the back of the crotch, since this is kind of loose in there. So you probably should glue it, but like, you don't have to. It's all there just fine. Just be careful. And this as well, I didn't glue it, but you probably should, realistically, but you don't have to again. And then this top up here, I believe I glued the crest up, but you don't have to. It was holding there just fine without it. Now articulation, it's mainly the same. It didn't really change much. It's the same. Now the only thing that changes is that this clashes with this a lot more for the arms, so just watch out when you're posing it. But like, if you move the arms forward, it shouldn't get on the way. And then for the legs, it should be mainly the same. It's just more limiting because the armor's thicker. But it's mainly the same. So the articulation shouldn't be affected that much. But then here it is a little more limited because the armor, but like it still gets decent range. But that's really all that it limits the articulation. Now, for the size comparisons, as you can see, here it is again compared to the Barbatos. Here's it compared to the Suave Grace. As you can see, it's a bit taller. Here's it compared to the Kimura's Trooper. The Kimura's is slightly taller to the fin. Here's it compared to the Dantalian. As you can see, it's slightly taller to the Cress. Here's it compared to some of my other customs. Here we have my Strike 00. Here's compared to my Strike Scrap. If it wants to stand up, of course. There we go. So as you can see, it would scale perfectly fine with your other Gundam frames. Now, that's it. There's just a normal Gundam frame. So, the CAD files will be left on the description of the video for you to download. I may not have the CAD files ready by the time the video goes up. That just kind of depends if I finish my work of school or not. Now, I also wanted to discuss what I should do for the future. Now, what I was thinking of doing was to do another fan art from the, I believe, Gundam Andras that's out there. I was thinking of doing that one. But I probably won't do it soon. If I do end up working on that, I'll probably do it after I'm done with my semester in school, as I barely had time to finish this guy. And I'm also working on my own 3 printable Optimus Prime that I may upload videos on. Depends on how I feel about that one. But for sure, I'll work on the Andras. I just gotta wait for the semester to end, and I also gotta get my hands on a Barbatos Lupus to work on it, since I want to make the framework using that one because it's a cheaper frame than the Asteroid Renacimento that I use for this guy. So I have to wait on that. So yeah, that's it. The CAD files will be below. Subscribe if you want to see more of similar stuff like that, and have a good day.